Hey guys, it's Ravenhawk6910 reporting once again with a short little blog video for you guys. Just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update on what's going on here in the train room, some progress that I've done, and just little things like that. So I'm going to start off right over here because remember how I said I was going to put some plaster down to kind of even out the curves over here? Well, I've done that. That's been done on both this side and the other side of the room, which I'll show you in a second. And it just kind of, it's done to kind of hide the fact that this is just foam bits right here. Eventually, I'm probably going to make a little wood cutout right here, because this just hanging here it's stable, don't get me wrong, but it just doesn't look very eye-appealing. So that'll get fixed up eventually. But with the plaster down here, it looks really good. This is just Woodland Scenic's plaster casting stuff. So mix it with water, pour it on the layout, spread it out as you need to, and you're good to go. Now over here at the farm, I actually kind of lucked out on this because I knew I wanted to have a farm scene of some sort. Well, I was at Legacy Station a while back and actually found a full farm set on the used rack. So it actually worked out pretty well. As you can see, it's got these really nice looking fences that were made. Farm animals. There's actually a little cardinal sitting right there. That's really cool. There's some cows, some pigs. There's a milk girl. There's a well, an anvil, a farmer, and a feeding trough, and a few other little knickknacks. But this actually worked out perfectly, and it was just enough to fit into this little corner right here. So, and it goes pretty well with the Rock City barn, I think. So that worked out pretty well. Now, once I can get some scenery laid down in here, it'll look even better. I had planned on painting all of this area before I showed it to you guys, but I just don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. So, had to do what I could, and I didn't want to keep you guys waiting. So, this is the far end right here. And if we follow the tracks, way down here, got a little bit right here on this curve right here. And right over here on this back section here. And then this is the Hydrocal casting plaster that I used from Woodland Scenics. And I just got some of my other scenery supplies just sitting here as well. Now I did forget to put some on this little section right here. So I'll have to go back and do that eventually. But the track ends right here. So until I get more bench work over here, it's kind of going to be pointless to finish this part off, so I'll worry about that once the time comes. But it's nice to finally get that in place, and it looks really nice. Now, a couple new pieces of rolling stock. Got this MTH club car from 2000. It's the Bnsf safety tank car. I've seen this one floating around eBay for several years now, but I just never bought it. But when I was at Legacy Station recently, I found one. And it was in basically brand new condition. In fact, if you can, don't know how well you can see right there, but there's no wear on the wheels at all. It is a brand new car, so that's really awesome. And of course, a lot of you guys are excited about the big boy, the 4014. Now this is the Lionel First Run Edition Big Boy, the latest Legacy version. I got this from James Wright, and I love this thing. It is really cool. Now, some of you guys are going to point out that there's no chalk mark on the boiler front. What's the deal with that? Well, I had to buy this engine from James used, and if I had to take a guess, this is probably what happened. When James first got the big boy, apparently FedEx tore it up, so it had to go back to Lionel and get fixed. The main thing that got replaced was the boiler itself. So probably what happened was they swapped the boiler front out with just a regular one that wasn't from the first run edition 4014. So that's why the smoke box does not have the chalk mark on it, which honestly, it's cool to have it, but I don't really miss it. So that's why the 4014 looks as it does. But honestly, I'm just really happy to even have the 4014 in the collection. It's such an awesome locomotive. I'd hoped to get to go to California to see it, when it came back on its excursions last year, but that did not work out. My cousin got to see it go up Beaumont Hill, but alas, I did not get to see 4014 for myself. I will, hopefully, one of these days. But yeah, this is just a badass locomotive all the way around. Now, am I going to review this model? That's a firm no. And the reason is because James is already in the process of editing a review of this locomotive himself. So, there's really no point in me doing a review on this locomotive when he's going to be doing the exact same thing that I would do. So, that's why I'm not going to review 4014. But there will be plenty of running videos in the near future, I assure you. So, be on the lookout for that. Now, on popular demand, the Seaboard Airline E-units right here are going to be reviewed. Gonna take me a little bit of time to review that set, simply because of my schedule. So give me about, maybe December, I'll have it online. But it's a Protosound 1 set, it's an older set, but you guys said you wanted it reviewed, so I'm going to review it. So there you go. Pretty simple, really. Now, one thing that people have been asking me, did I win anything from the Second Mth Auction? And that answer is yes. However, it has not arrived yet. In fact, they just sent me the shipping labels and payment options for it just today when I'm filming this. So, I've got to take care of that, got to pay them for that, and then the item that I won will come, and then you guys will see it. Spoilers, it's another project model, but you'll see what it is when it arrives. So that's really all I have for you guys today. There's not been too much going on the layout as of late. As I said, I've been doing a lot of work and working overtime, and it's getting close to that time of the year when mandatory overtime is going to get called pretty regularly. So you can basically forget about life for a little while and focus on work. So that's what's going to be happening. So don't expect too much work to be done on the layout in the coming weeks, months, whatever. Maybe a month or so. But I should have some news for you guys very soon on something that will be going on. But we'll see what happens when that rolls around. It will have a interesting effect on the model trains here. That's all I can say. So be on the lookout for the review of the Seaboard E-units. And whatever else I've got coming down the pipe eventually. So I will see you guys in the next update video, the next blog, next podcast, whatever. So until next time, this is Ravenhawk6910 signing off.